Okay, welcome to the webinar. Uh, Today is going to be a great day, and I'm really excited to get the opportunity to share with you some ideas that really matter, ideas that can change your life. So come on, I want you to take this seriously. I want you to turn off your phone. It's not very much time, and devote this time to your own personal development. This is what this is about. And that's why I'm so excited, and I hope you are too, that you can actually use this hour to transform your life. It's important to go from the inside out. We're going to talk about emotions. We're going to talk about the real values that can make your life amazing, make it astounding and successful. So turn off all your devices and focus on yourself for a moment. Not so much on me, but use this as a transformational time for yourself. Okay. If you can hear me, please just write yes in the column there. Okay. What I talked about before was the fact that wherever you go, you're carrying a tag. You have a tag, and I'm going to help you to construct the essentials in your tag, to know what is it that you're about. Because really who you are, as the poet says, shouts and thunders so loudly that people don't really listen to what you're saying. So your tag is important. And we talked about 3 things that should be in your tag. And that's what we're going to finish today. The first thing is your thoughts, T-A-G. So thoughts, your thoughts really make your life. So I want to remind you then to take control of your thoughts. And remember, we think about 50,000 thoughts a day. And I want you to focus now on thinking about 3 or 5 thoughts. Mother those thoughts. Thoughts that are powerful. Thoughts that are big, that will really match the grandeur that is within you. So focus on the thoughts. Did you take the time to focus on things that you're going to think about? Just 1, 2, 3, or up to 5. Focus and nurture them, because your thoughts will drive your actions. And of course, it will drive your mood and your attitudes, okay? So your thoughts. Today, I want to talk to you about attitude. A lot of people talk about attitude. What is attitude? You see, many speakers talk about attitude in terms of an aircraft, the orientation of an aircraft. So that if an aircraft, for example, is going to New York, you can almost tell because its orientation is towards that. So your attitude is what you're going towards. It's what's driving you. You see, attitude comes from the Latin word aptitudinal. It means to fit. So your attitude, your demeanor must fit what you're about. And that's your tag. You're telling people what you are about. For example, you will notice that there is a physiological attitude, okay? Let's just explore that for a moment. Okay, I want you to don't do it, but think of doing it, okay? Take your right hand and think of just punching the wall or punching something. Just think of taking your right fist and punching, but don't do anything. Think about it. And you'll notice as you think about it, the cells change, the muscles change, tension comes in your arm. So that's the attitude. Attitude precedes action. As the poet Coleridge says, if you sow an attitude, you reap an action. So your physiological attitude. If you think about, because thoughts drive your attitudes. So if you think about animosity and hate, and things that are negative towards other people, your physiology will change. So what I want you to do today is to use this time with me to construct an attitude that will be self-enhancing, that will be health-enhancing, that will help others and lift yourself up and lift up the people around you. Hey, it's important for you to adorn the world. Isn't that exciting that you can do that? Because there's grandeur within, and your attitude should focus on the grandeur and bring it out. So, physiological attitude, how you feel. And one way to construct that is through relaxation. Just relax, knowing that you've got the power and you've got the means to achieve almost anything that you really want to do. Okay? Here's some things that I find very important in making your attitude, in making your tag. You see? And one thing, if you're going to be great, the first one is important. If you're going to be rich, if you're going to be effective, if you're going to be loved, and that quality is the quality of humility. Humility doesn't mean that you think less of yourself. No, humility might mean that you think of yourself less and think of others more, but you think and know that you have great power within you. Okay, so I want you to construct that, the way you look at people. Now, as a business person, as a student, or whoever you are, if you want to succeed, look people in their eyes, accept them, sort of adorn them, boost their self-esteem, because there's greatness in all of us. Recognize that. And this is the humility that you're going to put in your tag. That's going to rise and show people who you really are. You see, I'm so excited to share this now. Listen to this. Come on, listen. It's important for you to get this so that you will be able to rise above the vicissitudes and the problems of life. Your attitude should be that attitude of humility. You should see in other people, you should see the greatness in other people, because great people see greatness in others. They see greatness all the time. So make sure that from today, you're going to look and see greatness. And akin to that, a part of that is to be able to look at people and ask, how may I serve? What can I do? I know a great lawyer. He's rich, he's got everything, he's adored. And his basic premises when you get to know him is, how can I help somebody? Whom can I help? What can I do? This is almost strange, maybe you're thinking, for a lawyer, but that's it. And the more he is oriented to this humble way of making people feel good and adorning them, the greater he becomes. You see, so that quality of humility is important. Another quality is the quality of achievement. So there you are. What's your tag? What you're thinking about? What's your tag? What's your attitude? And your attitude is an attitude of achievement. Human beings love to achieve. We may not like to work, but we like to achieve. So that attitude of achieving, what is it that you want to achieve? And that sort of orients you like a plane. Where are you going? So make sure that today, taking the time to be with me today, will inspire you, will inspire your attitude to say, well, where am I going? And to show it It will tell people that you are about something, that you are seriously about doing something big in the world. Your attitude is important. And another important part of your attitude is not just humility, it's not just service, you know. Service is important because we are here to serve others. And we progress and we become rich and we become known and adored to the degree to which we decide to serve other people. Yeah, service is the key to real riches, and it's the key to getting on in the world. How may I serve? What can I do? And even in ways that are not sort of rewarded in terms of finances, you can be driving down the road and you want to serve. You look and you see a car that might want to cut into your lane. You give them a chance. You make people feel good. You put smiles on the face and create a better world. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to make money like everybody else, but I want to serve. I want people who contact me or get into my presence. I really would like them to leave feeling better not about me, but better about themselves. And that's a part of service that I would like to pass on to you today. I want you to have an attitude of achievement, an attitude of humility, an attitude that you are here to serve and not to be served. You see, that's it. Grant that I may want to serve and not to be served. Okay? And an attitude, of course, of curiosity, not an attitude of judgment. You know, when somebody doesn't look like you, or doesn't dress like you, or doesn't talk like you judge them, don't you? We all tend to do that. But if you are going to be successful, you put the tag on and put it in your tag that you are curious. Hey, what's going on? What's important to you, kind of thing. You get to know other people and you are curious, and that's a part of education. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that happiness is education. Happiness is growth. You're happy when you're growing. And hey, education does not necessarily mean a degree. Going to university, you create your own university. And that's one of the things I'd like you to do to boost your attitude today. I want you to create your own university. You are your own best teacher. There are people around that you can read people, read books, and elevate yourself. That should be your attitude, an attitude of curiosity and not judgment. Banish judgment and embrace curiosity and become a student. You see, one thing that I'd like to advise you to do as a student, wherever you are, whatever work you do, become a student and put aside $100 a month or $10 a month for your own education to elevate you so that you will be able to affect the world in a more powerful way. Let people know that you were here. You know, let them know that you're serious about something. That's your tag. That's your attitude. Not just your thoughts, but the way you're oriented. And you put an attitude of humility, an attitude of curiosity, an attitude of learning. You're now going to invest and become your own best teacher. Invest, go to seminars, listen to audio programs, or listen and watch programs that will elevate you. It will educate your attitude so that people will know that you're a person of substance. And that will give you the opportunity to help them and to add beauty to the world. And that's what we're all here for. Hey, if you get light in your life, you would want other people to have light. That's why I'm so excited. You know, I have learned as a beggar where food might be. I've learned a few things and I really am eager to pass it on to you. So educate your thoughts, 5 thoughts, educate your attitude. And another thing about educating your attitude is an attitude. There are 3 things I want to tell you to put in your attitude. Put an attitude of power. Hey, right now. Get a glimpse, whoever you are. You might be a powerful CEO, you know. Prime ministers listen to this. And wherever you are, I would like you to put that inside of you there is power. There's amazing power. There's grandeur within you as a human being. And I want you to put that, paste that in your attitude. Another thing I want in your attitude is an attitude of optimism, you know, an attitude that looks at the brighter side. 2 men, okay? Let me tell you about 2 men. They're looking through the same bars, maybe in a prison. 2 men looking through the same bars, and one sees the mud, the other one sees the stars. Put that in your attitude today. You know, write it down. I'm going to see the stars from wherever I am. That he sees the light. It's when he is in the midst of winter that he recognizes that there resides within him an invincible summer. Isn't it wonderful that you can change your attitude? Hey, I'm really excited and I hope you're inspired. I'm trying to motivate and to inspire you to change your attitude. So you're going to put in optimism, and I want you to put in power. The fact that you're a powerful being, because sometimes, you know, even if you are a rich person, if your lover gives you up, or your wife tends to reject you, or your husband says something bad about you, you forget that you're great. Well, here's the reminder. You are great. You are great. And I want you to keep that and see greatness in others. Behave with the greatness of yourself and others in mind. So put that. You have power within. And don't necessarily relate your life only to the power that is outside of you or the power in other people. There's power within. You've got spiritual power. You get mental capacity. You've got power in you. And I want you to begin to use that so that it surfaces in your attitude. So that's the orientation. Here comes a humble, powerful person. And do you know, humility is breathtaking in a powerful and a great person. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to program yourself today, not for mediocrity. I want you to program yourself for greatness. I want you to look inwards and match the grandeur, the wonder. Did you know that even the capacity in your little finger alone, the capacity to change, for the cells to change, is worth billions, maybe $12 billion. You're great, you've got it. So I want you to leave here with a soaring sense of possibility. I want you to leave here with the mind of a mountain, high and lifted up, knowing that you can put in your attitude all the ingredients of greatness. Another thing you must not forget to embed in your attitude and embellish is an attitude of love. You see, what is love? Love is the ability to recognize that you, a person, one person, is different from all the others in the world, and to adore that. That's what love is. Love, or at least a part of love. Love, I can't really define. As the poet says again, love is something so divine. Description would make it less. It is what I feel, but can't define. It is what I know, but can't express. So put love in your heart And that means that your attitude towards people will be one of tolerance and acceptance and empathy. You see, you want other people to progress and to be happy. That's the attitude that I want you to have. I met a judge once. He was very well known, and that was his attitude. It almost, shouted at you. You see, so these are the things that are going to make you amazingly successful if you put them in your tag. And I really want you to do that. So I want you to put one other thing. Okay? So you're going to put love, that's the last thing. And with love, you're going to put empathy. You're going to learn to appreciate the fact, even in business, if you are a person to whom other people must report, remember we're all fragile beings, ego, and you're going to have to be able to build them up. So be empathetic. Empathy? Empathy means that you can put yourself in other people's position. And that's how you become effective. You really can affect the people that you care about. People you care about will tend to listen to you and you can affect them. Empathy is mediated through a hormone in the body called oxytocin, according to Dr. Pat. So what you want to do then is to express empathy. And you can express that maybe with a touch if it's appropriate, with a hug sometimes when it's appropriate. And you give people that boost of oxytocin, that sense of closeness, that attention, which we all need. We need attention. And go out and give that to people. So give people a sense of love. You see, you want to give people love, and you want to give them joy, and you want to give them empathy. And empathy means understanding other people. That's your attitude. And do you know all this? Of course you do. Of course you do. But you see, I want to be different in that I want to be the one that would tell you about them, even if that will stimulate you to actually make your thoughts and your attitude practical, a practical thing that you can work on. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, because it is in you that the treasure lies. Oh, you have the power, and I want you to use it today and instill in your attitude those things that we've talked about. One last thing before we leave attitude is self-control, discipline. You're a person of discipline that's not controlled by what other people say, but controlled by your principles and by the things that you decide that you want to live your life by. So today, take a moment to ask yourself, what are my principles? And instill them in your attitude, because that orientation, where you're going, where you're headed, will be clear to others, and you'll be able to influence them. You'll be more powerful, you see. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is T. Remember? Okay, you're going to know this. You're going to do it, aren't you? I hope you are. T is going to be your thoughts. And you're going to nurture 3 thoughts, maybe only 3 thoughts. Think of them today. Nurture them, mother them, great thoughts. And then you're going to put lots of good things in your attitude. And the last thing is your goals. And what is happiness? Happiness should be one of your goals, because there no amount of success, no amount of money can make up for failure in living a happy life. Happiness is the prize. And I want you to install that in your life as well. And I want you to make some goals, because after all, we are what we're going after. So let me ask you, what are you going after? What is it that you want to do? And do you just get up and you go to work and you look after your body and you come back and you watch a little TV? Is that what your life's about? No. Your life's about actually achieving something. I want you to stimulate that part of the brain that has to do with achievement, and you'll get a boost of chemicals that would make you feel good. So, what are your goals? Today, review 3 or 5 goals in your life, what you want to achieve. Review your financial goals. How much money do you want to have in 3 years or in 1 year and in 5 years? You see, review your financial goals. Don't take potluck. Control your life because you have the amazing brain, the amazing capacity to make things come to life. You have the amazing capacity to do that. So remember, goals. And, goals, that's what success is. Someone was asked, what is success? And he said, success is goals. So make your goals today. And people, the tag will be, I'm a person with the high thoughts about my highest and noblest goals, highest and noblest. My attitude shows that I'm a loving person. And who achieves a lot in life, who wants to add, who wants to make the world a better place and leave it better than I found it. That's what it is. Now, my whole topic and my study is about stress and happiness, the impact of stress on happiness on physiology. And what is happening here, what I want to instill in you is that when you take this tag on, there's no place for stress because you are like that man, 2 men, remember? Looking through the same bars, you're seeing the stars. Focus on the best. You're optimistic. And did you know that optimism alone, just being optimistic alone and not doing anything, will increase your productivity by 33%, according to one study. So here's your attitude, and now we're into goals. I want you to make some goals for your finances, make some goals for your family, for your relationships. Who should you spend your time with? How about your marriage? If you're not married, what kind of man or woman do you want to spend your life with? Make some goals. Don't just take potluck. Don't just dress up, for example, on a Friday night and go out. Don't just go home to your spouse and enjoy the fact that the feeling is good today. Make some plans. Plan for a fantastic marriage in 5 years, in 10 years. If you're married already, plan that as you age, you're going to be terrific. And of course, make some health goals. Health goals. What do you want to be like? You see, hey, here's a little secret. Did you know that as you get older, you tend to bend forward and you become weak? Plan. Make a plan that you, as a goal, that you are going to go through life and you are going to be healthy. You are going to lean back. You're going to not bend forward. Your posture will be perfect so that you will aid the charisma that you are born with. So there you have it. You have your thoughts, you have your attitudes, and you have your goals. And I want you to make some goals today. Think of these things and help them to increase the usefulness of your life. I want you to do that. The time has gone. But my feeling here today is that I have given you some information that's not knowledge. Nah, knowledge keeps no better than fish. But this is information that is wisdom, wisdom that you can work on. Work on yourself. Take time. I know you're in a hurry to go to work or to answer, your cell phone or to text. Get rid of that just for a moment and focus on the grandeur that's within you, the tag that you're carrying around, and make it great. Make it great by making your thoughts, your attitudes, and your goals, what it should be, so that you will accomplish what you are here to accomplish. Well, thank you for being with me today. I've given you my heart and soul. I really want you to be a great person, each and every one of you here today. And I've a program called the Stress Survival Kit that has the gift of excellence. It will show you how to perform in an excellent manner, how to serve. It talks about service, and we have that in the Stress Survival Kit, and we also have something else in this talking about stress and performance, how to perform when things are stressful, when all around you is stressful. And we have 30 inspirational, content-packed, 1-minute program that will help you to achieve your goals and make you become what you were meant to be. This you can get. You will see it. It's called the Stress Survival Kit. And I want you to make sure that you do that you get the Stress Survival Kit today. Now, one thing I would like you to do is to, right now, before we leave, just pause for a second. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Remember, always in through your nose, because that affects the central nervous system. In through your nose, slowly, and breathe out slowly, and feel a wave of calm going in your body. When you do that, you'll be able to incorporate more fully the thoughts, the attitudes, and the goals that are in harmony with the greatness that you want to achieve. Okay? So I hope you will get the Stress Survival Kit. And that is my sort of taking you by the hand and helping you daily, helping you in your car as you listen to these programs, helping you to be what you were meant to be. Be fully yourself. Bring yourself fully to your life and to your work. I'm still excited, and I hope you are excited to go and practice some of these things which you know already, but put them in practice now so that you will become great. Bring yourself fully to your life and to your work. Thanks for being with me. And remember, get that added value. The Stress Survival Kit, it costs way more than $47. The value of it is about $197. But just for today, I want you to have it. Get it for $47 if you want to go deeper into beating stress and being a happier person. Thank you very much.